I was just like, yeah, well, like you can tell these people to fuck off. I'm kind of still like, fucking groveling for these to these cunts. But
yeah,
anyway.
I've been telling people to fuck off before I had enough money to get and I've just about gotten by. Because the thing with all these cunts is they're greedy as fuck.
Yeah.
So there's multiple clubs that have never booked me to do a 20 that I have done like sold out tour shows at, and it's like, money in their pocket. It's fucking. Like, it's mad, and they kind of still won't book me for a 20.
Right.
Like, it's very funny to just be like, okay.
But that's just like out of spite almost now. That they're like, nah, you know what? No, we're not going to give you the satisfaction. Yeah. I did this horrible show last night. It was funny, like, because I got there very late, just before I was supposed to go on, and I had to sit there, and there was this woman there, and it was just funny because she was going on about 10 minutes about how white people are racist, right? And then it's about this, and then she just went straight to, I have a white Irish Catholic husband, and of course he's an alcoholic because Irish are they're all alcoholics. And I'm just like, you're just this lack of like awareness of like, you've just said that we're not that it's the same level of racism or whatever, but it's just like.
Yes, it's hard to make that point without like feeling like you're making an equivalence.
Yeah.
But you're just like, hey, fucking shut up.
Yeah. But it's not the same, obviously, with regard. But it was just funny that like 10 minutes of white people are fucking racist, and then just straight to like, sure, all Irish people are fucking alcoholics.
Yeah.
And they all hit each other, and I was just down the back like, fuck this, like.
Yeah.
It was hard, and then I went on, and it was horrendous. But when I was on stage, there was just like a painting of the Queen. Just resting against the wall that the rest of the fucking crowd couldn't see. I was just like, and it was going horribly, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I like pulled it out, and then it got a bit of a laugh. And then I was performing in front of like a fucking like a lit fireplace, and I was like, burn in hell, you bitch! And I went to like throw it into the fire, and they were not going for it at all. Man, I wish if I had a camera fucking set up for that, like just fucking, but.
That's good fun.
It's good fun.
That's good fun.
I mean, like, what else are you?
I think I've had the opposite of that, where I did a gig at the Wimbledon Irish Centre. Have you ever been to this place?
That was one of the first gigs I think I did when I got
here.
Wow.
Because there's multiple Irish centres across London because we're fucking everywhere. The one in Camden is like lush. Have you been there?
Possibly.
It's like the Google offices. It's crazy.
No, I think I have been
there. It's
like
stunning, and there's always trad. There's always every room has like a different band in the corner, and it's all just like it's very wholesome, very cool. Definitely money laundering happening all over the place. But I'm into it. It's for us.
Funding the RA.
It's for the people.
Yeah.
And but the Wimbledon one is a complete fucking dump.
Oh yeah, it's like a rugby club or something. It's like
very. It feels like working men's clubby. Yeah. It's real like Rotary. It's very strange.
Yeah.
And when I did a gig there was a cardboard cutout of Daniel O'Donnell on stage.
That was part of your rider.
That's our queen.
Like, that's our queen.
Wait, is that who is that?
Daniel, he's our prime minister.
Yeah.
No, he's not. No, he's
I thought it was. I believe that.
He's like a crooner singer.
Crooners, okay.
Not a crooner. How do you describe? He's 60, but he's like a lovely wee boy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the energy of a teenage boy, but he's an old crooner.
Grannies love him.
Grannies love him. Grannies
what does
get
he even
wet
sing? Like
he just does covers, I think.
Of like hymns sometimes?
Yeah, he hymns. So I don't know. Like, yeah, he does whatever. I don't know. And his wife, it's a beard, I'd say. Like, his wife,
gotta be.
But it's like I saw there's a documentary about Westlife or Boyzone coming out.
Okay.
Did you accidentally? Were you just looking for a boy video? Like,
you're like,
oh, what's this?
Boyzone.
yeah.
That's the website I was looking for on the dark web, and I got this stupid documentary about the boy band Boyzone, and
which is gay or something.
Yeah. It's more
embarrassing.
It's more embarrassing. I'd rather be caught with child porn than a Boyzone documentary on my laptop. Like,
I need to know the inner workings of Boyzone.
Yeah.
Did they fight? How did they write all that great music?
Yeah. Oh, they were fucking, the voices of their generation. But in the thing, there was Louis Walsh, obviously, who's a flaming queen.
Yes,
never
like the painting last night.
Like the painting last night. Yes, pretty much. Yes. Hopefully, she's burning in hell. But I was like, he's definitely gay, but there's never really been. Do you know what I mean?
It's never been touched upon. He's never spoken about it, and it's never really been like actually leveled at him. Because it would be kind of like ridiculous to call Louis Walsh gay. Because it's like, duh.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like state the fucking obvious. But I heard someone told me that he has some injunction with the Irish the press that they can't out him until his mother dies or something.
I've heard this about Stephen Nolan.
Who's Stephen Nolan?
The Northern Irish, obscenely fat, like talk radio and TV presenter. Like his job is just to make like working class people cry.
Okay,
all right. Like on the BBC.
Okay.
So they phone in and go, Stephen, I'm fuming about these fucking flags up on the city hall and we're not allowed to march past them anymore. And he goes, and does that make you sad, does it?
Yeah.
And I go, it does actually make me sad, Stephen. I'm having a really hard time talking about it. And whose fault do you think it is? Well, that'll be the Catholics' fault, actually, I think.
Right.
And he's like one of the worst cunts. He looks like Jabba the Hutt.
Nice.
But he, there's a rumor that he won't come out as gay until his mum dies as well.
Right. Okay. Well, we gotta kill his mother, cause you know what I mean. Like it's, you know what I mean. Like he can't be in the closet, you know. But would he be like the North's, like what's your man's name? Jerry Ryan? No, who's the guy? Not Jerry Ryan. Who's the guy in? The guy who's like had people calling him to moan. The Dublin guy.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Fuck.
This is exciting.
Joe Duffy.
Yes,
Joe
I've heard
Duffy.
that name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
people just
similar.
Yeah, people just call up to whinge about. My dad called up. My dad loves whinging about shit.
Yeah,
like
my son's
calling up.
gay.
Is he calling up the radio?
He's gone on Joe Duffy. He had to complain about me being gay. Yeah, that's what he was like. yeah. Joe, my son's gay. It's just not good.
What are the council gonna do about this?
Yeah. People calling in offering to help. Like,
yeah.
But my dad called in to them because there was this. My dad's an English teacher. I used to be. And there was one year where they accidentally gave out paper 2, English paper 2 in the Leaving Cert instead of paper 1.
Okay.
So everyone saw paper 2 before the thing. It was this big fucking scandal. It's like, who fucking gives a shit? And he called in to fucking give us 2 cents or whatever. And then one time, this is the most ridiculous one. So we were out in some park or something, and there was a lost child. And he was like, oh, I have to help this child. So he went over to help the kid. And while he was helping the kid, he got like, people were kind of looking at him like, oh, it's pedo or whatever. And then he was like, no, I'm trying to help the kid. So then he called up Joe Duffy to basically be like, it's so unfair that men, you know, I was just trying to help this kid. People just presumed I was a pedophile.
I'm on your dad's side with this.
I am, yeah, but like,
because you know what I'm a big fan of is like babies on public transport and getting a little hello, like
yeah,
but they don't. Kids don't know when to stop. You do one wave, and then they keep looking at you and waving. You're like, no.
No, I'm into it. I'll spend a whole journey just making faces and having a good time. But I feel like it is frowned upon by the wider community.
For sure.
Yeah,
it's much more like men are more pedo-y than women.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
women can just stare at kids all day.
Yeah,
no problem.
But unfortunately, more like some men look more pedo-y than other men. So maybe, you know, men that aren't so pedo-y looking can kind of get away with it or whatever.
Is there a look of a woman that's pedo-y? You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Because a lot of those like teacher fucked her student thing, they're
all
quite
hot.
Yeah,
they're all hot.
No, but they only tell you about the hot ones.
Yeah,
those are the only ones that get on the news, like the ugly ones.
Story.
Yeah.
It's titillating, you know. Everyone loves it.
Yeah. It's because I was about to say they're all like attractive, like all.
It's never like Susan Boyle fuck the kid.
No,
but you know that's happening.
Whatever happened to her?
But the kids that get molested by the ugly ones probably aren't telling their friends either.
That's true.
They're keeping that a secret because that's how it always gets out. They tell a friend. Yeah, there was one where the teacher was getting one of the students' friends to keep lookout. Like she was like, "We're gonna go fuck. You make sure." And he's like, he's probably like, "I hope I get a blowjob out of this."
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah,
I don't know why. Yeah, exactly. What are you guarding for?
Yeah, there was no real. Yeah, I remember there was this guy in my school, in secondary school, and he like upskirted a teacher, which is fucking.
That's
insane.
so fucked up.
Yeah, it's insane.
I would like to say for the record, I think that's bad.
That's fucked up. But the craziest thing is that he came out as gay then when we left school.
How convenient.
Like,
this is but this is a thing where like I think some gay guys like have such a disparaging view of straight guys that when they're trying to be in the closet and pretend to be straight, they're the most horrific cunts ever.
Yeah.
Where he was just like, "What does a straight guy do right now?"
Exactly. But like back then, that was just a bit of crack. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Like back then, you know what I mean? But it's, like we needed some of those signs that they have on the tube.
Don't
You know what I
fucking
mean?
look at them.
Yeah, don't. But some of them are like.
That gives you the idea, though.
It
The
does
kids are
give
like,
you
"Oh,
the
I never
idea.
thought about
I didn't even
upskilling."
think about doing that.
Yeah.
But I saw one on the tube the other day, and it just said, "Don't expose yourself." That's what it said. No exposing, and it's like, yeah, of course.
It's a sign. So
There's a sign necessary.
Is a guy
for
like,
that.
are these people sitting on the tube?
Yeah.
And like they're like, I'm gonna get my dick out today, and they go,
Yeah.
"Oh, fucking all allowed."
Fuck, I didn't. Yeah.
put
I
the
think
posters
everybody
out.
who's getting their dick out knows they're not allowed. To
Yeah,
get their dick out.
exactly.
Yeah.
They probably get some harder when they see the poster. I'm like, "Oh, really? Not allowed to do this?"
Yeah, because then you know when it's wrong.
Yeah.
But unless you're like severely fucking, retarded or
Then
whatever.
you can't
yeah.
read.
Exactly. That's a good. That's
Oh.
a good.
If
Get
you've
out
got
of
like
jail
mental
free
problems,
card.
then
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I
Yeah.
couldn't read that."
I don't speak English. Whatever. Pull the kneecap card. Don't fucking. Only speak Irish. Yeah. No, I don't understand. Don't understand English. But I read somewhere online that it's not actually technically illegal to be naked in public. It's only becomes illegal if you're doing it to intentionally upset people.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
How do you prove that?
I don't know.
That's very
Yeah.
But I think it's a thing of like, if you're
Subjective.
attractive, then you're not bothering people. But if you're,
Oh.
you know what I mean?
It's like charity work if you're attractive.
Yeah.
It's a service.
It's a service. Yeah. No one's calling
You're
the
like a bin
police on
man.
a beautiful woman with her tits out. Like, no one's.
No.
So if some guy called the police, there's a woman with her tits out, they're like, what are you gay or something? Do you know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't.
They just come to look.
The police would be like, 20
What's the
squad
address?
Yeah.
You get like a
Fucking-
full SWAT
yeah.
team.
20
It'd
squad
be like the Ender
cars,
Blues Brothers.
helicopters with fucking spotlights and everything.
yeah.
Stop right there.
Yeah. Heat
Don't
cameras.
move. Jump up and down a bit.
Yeah, put your hands above your head. Keep them there. Did you see this? Did you see the helicopter hitting the plane? And
So I've only vaguely heard about it. I've only seen the Donald Trump interview about it.
it's mental.
Helicopter hits a plane, crashes into the sea,
Yeah.
and one of the journalists was like, "President Trump, are you gonna go like visit the site to pay tribute to the victims?" He's like, "It's the ocean. What am I gonna go for a swim?"
Yeah.
He says, "What am I gonna go for a swim?"
That's amazing.
It's brutal.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's so soon out. It's like the
Yeah.
day after. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm going swimming.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Come on, Michael Phelps, fuck
yeah,
off.
Get me my floaties.
Yeah, I'll go fishing
Well,
while I'm out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kill two birds with one stone. But the
So what happened? Who's the helicopter? Who's the flight? What's happening?
so the
Military helicopter, right?
there's a military helicopter with 3 military people on it, and then
Three
the
Stooges.
the three musketeers.
Yeah.
And the plane was like a passenger jet, like 60 something people on it, and they're all figure skaters from Russia or something. So yeah, it's
Oh.
mental. My friend is like a conspiracy theorist. Is like,
Oh.
this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I need to know who's on that plane before I make a judgment call if it's a conspiracy or not. I was like, yeah, it's Russian figure skaters. Like whatever.
He's
Go.
like, yeah, this one was an accident.
Yeah.
This one was an accident.
Yeah, who gives a shit about them? But yeah, it was.
They could have been spies.
They could have been spies.
Yeah.
But who embedded themselves into American culture as figure skaters, because no one suspects a figure skater. But so yeah, the plane was supposed to land, and at the last minute they were like, actually, can you go on this runway? So then it changed course by like a little bit, and then it was like 400 feet off the ground, and then there was a fucking, I think it was the helicopter's fault. So these retards in the helicopter were coming in, and then they shouldn't have been at the same altitude as the plane. Because it's fine
That's
if they're
pretty key.
if they're gonna cross, but as long as they're not on the same altitude, obviously. So the helicopter, for whatever reason, was at that altitude, and then fucking. Whoosh, so now they're like, how did they not see the fucking plane?
Yeah.
Well, if the plane is
yeah.
descending at the same time, you probably wouldn't see it, and then it's what I mean? Like it's.
Yeah, but then they're like,
crazy if this started like World War III. If
Yeah.
Russia took this as like
Well, it is weird shit like that.
an
that
act of
starts it.
deliberate violence.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, like they were going for
Like
the
a
Russian figure
kamikaze
skaters.
helicopter to
kamikaze
take out
pi- yeah. It just turns out the pilot was Japanese. And they're like, that's it. But yeah, the thing with the Trump thing was funny. I thought you were going to say this because he just started saying that like it happened because of DEI hires.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was
This
like,
is the new thing.
yeah.
Oh my god.
He just was just like, yeah, this is because, under the Biden administration, they were just giving jobs to
Yeah.
anyone on the FAA. And he said, like, yeah, they were giving jobs to people who are, like, mentally ill, psychologically damaged, basically like not intelligent. So he's blaming it on the Biden administration. And then journalists were like, so do you have any evidence to, like, it's only happened a few hours ago. He's like, no, I just know. He was like, he just goes, I just know.
You can just feel it.
It's just crazy.
It's fucking insane.
It is like, but the whole DAI hire thing is like a real big like talking point for all these cunts now, and they always bring it up. Like, it was crazy that like the whole of LA was on fire, and Trump was like, the firefighters are gay. Yeah. Like, not the time, man. Yeah. He's like, she's a dyke. It was what are you? Stop it! Stop it! Everybody's dying. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's he'll take any opportunity to fucking like take like to get political point, to take a shot at like the other side or whatever.
They used all the water for a slip and slide.
Yeah, exactly. Like, God knows what he would have been like if he fucking during 9/11, like what he would have said.
Oh my god.
Post 9/11. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, you know, if the other side's, you know, they didn't. Why did they build those towers so tall? You know what I mean? Like, it's all on them for building. You know what I mean? Is it him? I think it was him who lied about visiting Ground Zero on the day after.
Yeah, I mean, surely he lived in New York then. Yeah. Surely it would have been absolutely piss easy to go.
Yeah, it was on his doorstep.
Like,
it wasn't on his doorstep the day before, but the day after. Parts of the building were on his doorstep.
Everybody's doorstep.
Have you seen The Apprentice with Jeremy Strong and your man is Trump? No.
No. Oh no, this is the movie.
Sebastian Stan
series
movie.
Yeah,
it's great.
There's been a few iterations of like people doing Trump in like dramatized versions, and I remember I was really buzzing when I saw Brendan Gleeson was gonna do the one, but then everybody said it was shit, and I didn't watch it.
That. No,
I love Brendan Gleeson.
I didn't watch it because I heard it was shit.
Yeah, this is the thing. But maybe apparently he just like. The script was just like Donald Trump's the stupidest guy ever.
Right. Yeah.
Which isn't the story.
It's not.
No. That's not the story.
Because I think he's very smart in some respects. But the one with
very savvy.
He's very savvy. He's very savvy. Maybe smart. He's very savvy. Yeah. But Sebastian Stan plays it as like.
No, it's not an impression. Sebastian Stan, I'm shit at actors. What's he?
He was in that other thing, A Different Man, this year, where he plays a guy with fucking face tumors.
Oh, the Adam Pearson thing, is that his fucking
Pearson
name?
Yeah. He's the other. He's the when post surgery Adam Pearson.
Right.
So
they should have just given the surgery to Adam Pearson.
They should kill two birds at once. That makes sense. So there's this movie, A Different Man, where it's about a guy who has fucking tumors hanging over his face and wherever. He looks gross and no one wants to fuck him and he doesn't, whatever, and he can't have a career as an actor. And then he gets this like miracle surgery, gets all the tumors removed, and he starts getting success as an actor. And then I don't even know what happens, but yeah, the point you made was good. They should have just gotten, because they have this actor who actually has the tumors, and then Sebastian Stan, but they should have just fucking.
Have you seen the pictures of Bradley Cooper when he's playing the Elephant Man on stage on Broadway?
I haven't, but I've heard about it.
He doesn't have any prosthetics.
He just does the
he
goes
like
his
this.
mouth.
Oh my god!
He just fucking he just fucking put his
Bell's palsy.
Bell's palsy. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Yeah, it's insane that he didn't even bother with the fucking. But his thing with when he did like Jew face for what was it? Maestro or something.
I'm playing the Elephant Man. I don't need any prosthetics.
But if I'm
gonna play some Jewish guy
and the actual
slap
guy,
a nose on me.
I'm playing an elephant. I don't need a fake nose.
Yeah.
What? I'm playing a Jewish guy with a small nose.
Yeah. Exactly. The real Jewish guy didn't have a giant nose like that. Like when they show it side by side, it's like.
Funny enough, they say elephants are the Jews of the animal kingdom.
They never forget.
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
You gotta clip it. That's a clip right there. Fucking good stuff. Anyway, I was going for a more big trunk, big nose.
Yeah. It was all there.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Woo! All right, but so
sorry, we both.
No. You got it there fast.
That was but it was actually the 80th anniversary of the Auschwitz getting liberated there the other day, so nice. I'm gonna fucking put that out there.
My heart's going out to them.
That was fucking insane.
Can we talk about Elon?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
As someone who is on the waiting list to be diagnosed with autism,
yes,
Like, can we stop making it the excuse for everything?
Oh, he 100% knew what he was doing.
Like, you must. And then did you see Calvin Robinson? You know this fucking priest cunt?
Oh, yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, is that the one who...
The black priest? Who's like the
No.
worst guy ever?
No.
Black priest on GB News did a podcast with Lawrence Fox. Like, just worst guy of all time. He was doing a speech at a anti-abortion rally. And at the end went, and my hearts go out to you. And it gets like a huge laugh. And he got like defrocked.
Yeah.
Which is like similar to upskirting? No. But he's like not allowed. He's not an official priest anymore. He's an independent priest. He's not officially.
Oh, a freelance priest.
Yeah, because he's not the church were like.
Whoa. But he did the prop. Yeah, he did it, and then he's after getting. Yeah, no, you could say defrocked as well. A woman becoming a man in a weird way. I don't know. Did you hear about fucking? She got defrocked.
The other way is decocked.
But the what was I gonna? Yeah, the with the Musk thing. I think with the Musk thing, he knew what he was doing. Like, he's an edgelord. He's a fucking. He loves pushing people's. He is pathetic.
He's pathetic. He's just an internet troll nerd, like desperate for attention.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like that's. Yeah, like I have friends.
Trump needs to just start nugging him and shit, just to.
Well, this is the thing. I thought their friendship is so bizarre because Trump would have bullied Elon into.
It's a ticking time bomb, I think.
Yeah.
I think Donald Trump can only put up with him for so long.
Yeah, because I think like a few days after the inauguration, Trump was like, he announced this thing for crypto or whatever. Yeah, some plan, and then Elon Musk was like, "Yeah, that's not gonna." Publicly was like, "That's bullshit. That's not gonna work." And I was like, "Already, there's cracks in the fucking."
Doing that. You're supposed to be a yes man.
Yeah,
you're supposed to be like worm tongue in the.
You're supposed to be worm tongue. Yeah, you are. That slimy little bastard.
King Theoden.
King Theoden. Yes. Yeah. No, he's that's what he wants. He wants a worm tongue, and but the. Most like I have friends now who are like full blown Trumpers. They think he's the best. He's got no like, and with their defending Musk like whatever, and they think that like these fuckers actually genuinely care about. It's just like the guy disowned his own kid for coming out as trans. Yeah. Why do you think he cares about anyone else? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he says like the woke mob killed his son.
Yeah.
It's fucking mad.
Yeah,
it's like. You're a lunatic, and it's because, like, I don't know. I think everything about Elon Musk screams like he's worried that, like, a bully in his mind would be like, "Your son's a girl now, like that's gay."
Right?
He's just gonna. Yeah. He's just terrified of abuse.
Yeah.
At all. He's like, "Don't bully me. Don't be mean to me. I'm doing good, right? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. The car. Look, it's a cool car."
Yeah, look, this fucking flamethrower.
You can hit it with a hammer. You can hit it with a hammer, and that's good, isn't it? And then anybody who knows anything about crumple zones in cars, anytime you see a video of those Teslas when they're like beating the shit out of them, and the car isn't denting, don't buy that fucking car.
Right.
Cars are supposed to fucking...
Really, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
They're supposed to take all the shock of the impact,
but I think
to protect the fucking human inside.
Yeah. Right.
Because if the car doesn't fucking... You just go, wow, inside the car. You're pissed straight away.
Right, okay.
But I think it's like a tank where it just rolls over other cars. That's what he's going for. It's just like this fucking indestructible...
Right,
like
okay. Yeah, he's. I didn't know this until recently. He has 12 kids.
What?
Yeah, so that's why I think he was like, one of them's disposable. Like,
yeah,
I got another 11 of them.
And that's why he's named one of them Beep Bop Boop Boop or whatever.
Ran out of names.
Alpha.
It looks like they just punched a keyboard when they were naming the kids. But yeah, he has like 12 kids from like 5 different women. I had no idea. I just thought it was like a one and done. Like one woman was like, "Fine, I'll let you fucking bust inside me or whatever." But the fucking 12. One of them was Amber Heard, which is fucking. Yeah.
Johnny Depp lady.
Johnny Depp lady. Yeah.
He's like really hot.
Yeah.
And clearly mad, but like really hot.
Yeah. Wow. And then FKA Twigs or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And
is she not really hot?
What's the other
she
one?
She is. Yeah. FKA Branches or whatever her fucking name. Yeah. Twigs.
What's wrong with all these women?
I think she.
He's the richest man on the planet.
He's the richest man on the
planet.
planet.
Is that really
that's enough. That's all you need.
Yeah.
you're fine.
Well, that's what I'm solely relying on to get.
Being the richest man on the planet? Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
The richest man on the planet.
Yeah. I'll finally get laid when I'm...
Well, it's not going great, Rob, is it? Yeah. You just got loose fruit hanging around and fucking...
Loose fruit.
Yeah.
That's where you go out in the town.
It's my version of loose women. Loose fruit. It's a bunch of gay guys in a chat show. Woo! I should have named this podcast Loose Fruit. It would have been great.
Yeah.
It's not too late to change. But that show is just perpetually on in my mother's house. That's what the show was for.
Loose women?
Loose women. Yeah.
I'd love to
I
go
worked on that.
Did
Did
you?
graphics
Yeah?
for it, yeah. Freelanced at ITV for a bit. Those shows fucking suck.
They
So
couldn't
hard.
be less loose though. They're quite.
Yeah, they're all. It's like fucking. What's that American one with all the women?
The View.
It's like The View, but
Yes.
like they're on leashes. Like they're not even as like. They just. It's just the most banal bullshit. They had a cat on with the loudest meow in the world record. And the fucking cat choked. They couldn't get it to meow. They were there for ages trying to get this fucking cat to meow. It was the saddest thing. It was just live TV. Come on, cat, just
How
meow.
do you even get a cat to meow though?
Yeah.
That's like.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like when they had someone on This Morning with when Schofield was still doing it, and yeah, never forget. And they had a dog on, and it was a vegan, and she was like, "My dog's vegan, and he prefers to not eat meat."
Oh,
So
and
they're just like, "I'll prove it," and then she had a bowl of meat and a bowl of fucking whatever quinoa, and the dog went straight
And the
to
owner
the
goes,
fucking.
"Oh, you little shit!" Like she
Yes.
went to say, "You little shit."
Yeah. But that show is like, talk about like, I just watched. I don't know if you've seen the Jerry Springer thing on Netflix.
No, I've been meaning to watch it. Though,
Yeah,
'cause
it's
that's
great.
Crazy.
But they're all scumbags. Everyone involved in that show is scumbags. But when you think about it, like This Morning are the same. Like they just wheel out people who are like, my dick is a micro penis, and my dad's my sister. Like all this mad stuff. It's just
You
poor.
say my dad's my sister.
Or dad's my sister. I don't know, something. Me and my friend, they were looking for. I saw on Facebook. I'm on this group called Fun Employed, where it's just crazy jobs. And they were looking for This Morning. They were looking for a gay couple to go on, and it was like a sex toy company. And they were like, "Yeah, we want a gay couple, and we'll send you sex toys, and then you'll come on This Morning to talk about how you found the sex toys." So I got my friend George Wheeler. I don't know if you know George.
I know George.
George Wheeler, just the dirty. He's homeless at the moment. I don't know if you heard about that, but
What?
yeah, he's sleeping on. Yeah, he's
Loving it.
He's loving it. Yeah, it's his. Yeah, that's his life now. Yeah, I let him sleep here a few times.
I always thought he was a bit mad, but he's
Yeah.
No,
loving
he's
being
full
homeless.
blown. Yeah, full blown homeless. Yeah. But yeah, it's brutal. But like, he has psoriasis. Like he was on the couch a few weeks ago, and I had to like get a fucking dustpan. It was insane. Like, but I was like, right, we're gonna pretend to be a couple. And we applied for it, but we had to send in a photo of the two of us. So we like staged a photo in some pub of us like looking like a couple, and we sent it in. And the woman was like, "Oh, we went with someone else, but you're just a beautiful couple. You're so cute together. If anything else comes up, I'll be sure to reach out to you guys or whatever." But the idea of the pair of us going on this morning to be like,
it's alright actually when it's shoved out my bum.
I came real quick with this one. He was mad at me. He didn't talk to me for a few hours. I fucking came.
The lube was great for my psoriasis. And he's a dirty bastard. But
God, this is good because I feel like it's good to have like people in your like story be like, I've gigged with George like loads when I was like starting out. I think we started a similar time. Be like I know I have that in the chamber to be like, yeah, some of the guys I started out with
are homeless.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's such a sick, but it's a tough game, you know.
Yeah.
His skin doesn't even want to be with
Yeah.
him.
Oh wow! Just slowly leaving him.
His skin is homeless.
But
yeah, like I just know on like live TV, he would fucking drop. Like you've done some live. I don't know if this was live, but I saw Vogue Williams butchered your fucking name. Which called you Angelone.
Angelone, yeah, Vittorio Angelone, and I was like,
for fuck's sake,
gonna be fine. And we've come all the way back to Boyzone.
Oh
She's
yeah,
with Brian McFadden.
Was she? Yeah, is she still with Brian McFadden?
No, she's with Spencer Matthews now.
Is he another ex boy band.
No, he's a made in Chelsea boy.
She's got a type.
Pals
kind
with
of.
Jamie Lang.
Right.
But Spencer Matthews, as far as I'm aware, unlike Brian McFadden, has never offered to fist fight ISIS.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen that tweet?
No.
It's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
when he's like, "Why don't you come fight us in the street?" Yeah.
No
man
rockets,
to man.
no guns.
No rockets, no guns. And then the guy responding to him is the best. He's
Wait,
just
someone
like,
from ISIS responded?
Yeah, some guy from ISIS responded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking. But some guy just replied being like, "Oh, I'm sure they'd shit themselves seeing you coming over the hill singing Uptown Girl." Yeah, I think you called him a wet quilt as well, which is just fucking perfect.
I got tweeted by Boko Haram once.
Wow.
We love that joke you did about women or whatever. Yeah. What happened with Boko Haram? We love translations.
Because
Sorry, I'm just picturing the fucking Boko Haram watching translations in a cave somewhere or something.
But it was over the lockdown. I was doing like a little roast thing on Twitter where it was like, "I'll tag your mates and I'll roast them." Like, send me a
Yeah, I think I remember
type
that
thing. And then there was one. There was two I remember. One person. Oh, somebody tagged like the Saudi Arabia like government.
Right.
I was like, roast them.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, the only thing harder than roasting the Saudis is typing this with my stump hands. Or like wrist stumps or something.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
did like little joke or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this has kicked it off. I think somebody replied to that like pretty aggressively.
Right.
And they just had like a mad long name.
Okay.
And he was like having a go at me, and I was like, big talk from a guy whose name looks like he sat on his keyboard. And he was like, "The vengeance of Boko Haram will rain down upon you." And I went on his profile and I was like, "Oh, he's in it.
He's in Boko Haram.
He's a
Wow.
fucking
Fuck. But they're not like when it comes to terrorist organizations now, like, so they're just in Saudi Arabia, are they? They're not. So basically, what you're saying is you can't.
They
Really
They're not
Just-
international yet.
they
They're
haven't
just,
made
they're not
the-
international. They haven't
They're
made
local.
Yeah, they're in the small leagues.
yeah.
We're never gonna make regionals.
They need Louis Walsh to manage them or something. Just get them on the front page. But because now I guess you can never gig in Saudi Arabia.
No,
No.
I did Dubai. Didn't feel
Yeah,
great
you did Dubai.
about it.
How was that?
Fine. I didn't want to spend any time in Dubai. Like, I don't fucking care. The gig was on a cruise ship.
Oh boy.
Which but a permanently moored cruise liner,
Right.
the QE2,
Ollie Murd.
Oh, right.
which is like from the past.
Yeah.
And it used to go from like Southampton to New York, like the old Titanic way, but it like did it or whatever.
Right.
And it was also a guy called Brendan Hughes, or The Dark, who was in the fucking Ra. He was also in the Merchant Navy, and he used the QE2 to run guns from America
Nice.
to Belfast.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that when I did the gig, and I was like fucking
Fuck.
raging. Like, I was like, how
Oh,
did
that you
I
didn't
not
have
know
that.
this is a fucking Rab?
Right.
Like, this is fucking.
Fuck LGBTQE2 or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
But so the gig was on this boat QE2
In the theater because there's a
On the
theater
theatre.
on the boat.
and did you didn't have that knowledge going into the
No.
Because I
And also,
presume you
like,
would have
it's
fucking
all-
probably mentioned that when
Yeah. It's all a bit sketchy. Like Dubai, like they ask you, they go like, don't talk about this, don't talk about this.
What did they tell you not to talk
It's
about?
basically like, don't make fun of their royal family. Don't mention,
Right, okay.
don't mention the gay stuff,
Oh, right, okay, right.
and don't mention like, fucking. Is
Oh,
like,
like,
there's a story of some comedian. It might have been Andrew Maxwell was like doing a gig,
Mhm.
I think in Dubai or maybe Abu Dhabi,
Mm.
and as he came off stage, like the equivalent to the Secret Service or like it's not like the morality police or something fucking crazy.
yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
what
They had
they're
them,
called.
yeah.
They like were in the green room and were like, "You're coming with us."
Fuck.
And it was only because one of the royal family was at the gig
Oh,
and came in and
no.
were like, "No, that was funny as fuck. Fuck off, leave him alone." That he was fine.
Oh my
Fucking hell.
god.
But like,
Fuck.
there, but for the graces of Allah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I could never. Half my act is just gay shit, so there's no way I'd fucking. But I would have thought if you gigged in Dubai, you would have just had like for some reason in my head it was like just the Irish community in Dubai would come to see an Irish comic.
Here's what I was hoping for. Was Irish country. There's loads of Irish people in Dubai and just like that kind of like 5% of Dubai are from the UAE. It's 95% immigrants.
Yes,
which is like mad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hopefully we'll just like pull in some Irish people. I don't think I'm gonna pull like loads of people who are like uber fans of me or whatever. But surely if we market this right, we'll just get some Irish people.
Yeah.
It was half term for their schools, so half the Irish people in Dubai are fucking teachers.
Right.
So none of them were there. They were all on holiday or back home or whatever the fuck. They just weren't in Dubai.
Yeah.
And the next night in the same venue, the same promoter had put on Ardal O'Hanlon.
Right, so they kind of blew their load with the Irish.
Like, well, that's the other half of the Irish people.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you doing?
So you just have to perform them to a bunch of tea towels. Then is that what you did? Was it just all fucking Dubai people? Was it?
No, there was like 2 people from Dubai.
Right.
And then there was like German, Swiss, English, Scottish. Like there was a few Irish people or whatever, but it was like maybe half full or whatever.
Right. Fuck yeah.
But like Larry Dean would have gone over. He does Dubai.
Really? Yeah.
He's done like club sets over there.
Fuck. And he. Fuck yeah, that's interesting now. Because like, and did he not do the gay stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you're allowed to be gay. You're not allowed to act on it.
Right, so he couldn't.
Right.
So he had to get that part. He couldn't do that part of his act where he blows a guy on stage.
But I think if he says like in the UK, I sucked the guy's dick.
Oh. Okay. Right, he has to put that caveat.
In international waters, I was blowing him in.
Yeah. On the International Space Station.
Exactly. Yeah. But what was I gonna say there about because I would have thought like because if you gigged in Australia, I presume if Australia then it's probably a lot.
No, I'm doing Melbourne Comedy Festival for the first time.
Right, okay.
In like March through to April, I'm doing like 11 shows there, which I'm like excited about. Melbourne's supposed to be fucking cool. Have you done the Australian festivals?
I haven't. No.
I've only done Sydney because I never really gigged outside of Sydney when I was there.
Because the Australian scene is weird.
It's very weird.
It's very festival based.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no like circuit per se.
There is a little bit, like it's a good place to start comedy because there's a lot of just sign up on the night open mics. But then once you kind of pass that, it's like a few decent bar shows and the Comedy Store in Sydney.
Because where are you from?
Sydney, yeah.
Sydney itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd imagine that it would be. I mean, yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. Some guy,
some dude. But what's the scene like in New Zealand? Is there any comedy scene?
I've never. Yeah, there's a comedy.
There's a comedy festival.
The funny thing is, like, I think they've got some really good clubs there because a lot of. Like, I mean, like Flight of the Conchords. There's actually quite a few good New Zealand comics. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but it's like they have a decent in Auckland. I think they have a decent scene.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But the other rest is too small to like.
Yeah.
Is David Corios Kiwi?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
David Corios is like absolute lunatic comedian. Mickey Bartlett told me a story about him. Of like they're backstage in the green room just chatting me like, oh, I can't get this like bit to work at the end of my like show. It's just the end of my friends. And he's like, it's just not quite working. And David Corios like, yeah, man, I'm similar to this closer. It's just not quite, where it needs to be be a closer. And like he's chatting away, and then David's on next. He goes up, and like the noise from the audience is like, fuck, that's raw. And Mickey's like, what the fuck? So he goes out of the green room and goes to look, and David Corios is naked.
Oh dear God!
On stage,
right?
Saying to a man in the front row, "What's your favorite song? What's your favorite song? What's your favorite song?"
Yeah.
And the guy goes like, "Oh, this song." And then he goes, "Do we have it?" And the tech guy goes, "Yep."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Play it." And he goes, "I'm gonna ruin this for you."
Yeah.
And then
so anytime he thinks there's that song, he's gonna think of
So Corios is there naked with like sellotape all around his face, making his face all weird looking, and then sits in this guy's lap naked and fills a condom full of ham and is like deep throating the condom full of ham.
Wow.
I think that's an Al Porter bit, I think.
Yeah, and Mickey was like, how are we talking?
Yeah.
Like, how are we being like, oh, I just can't get
oh, right, the art of stand-up.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if the ham works. I don't know.
Dry turkey.
Tried, different types of processed meats, and it's just not working. But that reminds me of fucking, I don't know why it reminded me of that, but do you know Connor Burns, Scottish?
Yeah.
He told me a story that at a gig up in Scotland, they were whatever, and the McCanns were in the front row, Kate and Jay McCann, and I don't think anyone mentioned it. No one, because it's like, you know what I mean. That's you don't know, but like,
I have to find Madeline.
Yeah.
yeah.
Any luck? The only impressions I can do.
Any luck finding that? What were you looking for?
Yeah.
To find Madeline.
Yeah, find Madeline. Yeah, I can't do fucking voices, but I don't know if I could. You know, some of the lads told me that down in Cork, you know, Ian Bailey, the guy who killed Sophie de Plantier or something.
No, don't know anything about this.
Right, so yeah, they down in West Cork, this French woman got killed, and it's very mysterious. It's like in the 90s, and there was this local lunatic called Ian Bailey, this British dude who was living there, and he was like suspected of doing it. There's loads of evidence. It was all circumstantial. They couldn't actually prove it was him, but everyone knows it was him type thing. They made a Netflix series about it or whatever. But there was lads down in Cork who did a gig down in Cork, and he was just sitting there in the crowd, and just everyone just started fucking laying into him about it. They were like, "You fucking killed that bitch, didn't you?" or whatever. And he was just sitting there like, whatever.
That's crazy.
Wait, he did that?
Like,
oh wow! So he's kind of like, he doesn't care that people think that.
No, I'm pretty sure he has like a fucking some business that he sells pizzas, and it's like a pun on killing someone or like, I don't like, it's something like,
oh
yeah, like
wow.
like fucking just like some pun like my whatever, these pizzas are to die for, or something like that.
A
or
lot
like,
of people do that.
I think he has a pizza
You know,
called like "Kill That Bitch" or whatever,
Yeah.
which is a bit on the nose. But I'm trying to think. There was a gig there last week where there's a couple in the front row, and the MC was doing crowd work. He's like, "So what age is?" And he was like, "I'm 24," and she was 21. And then he was like, "Okay, and how long have you been together?" And then the guy was like, "Oh, 5 years." And then it kind of went for a second, and then the MC was like, "All right, hang on a second. Let's just do the maths here." And he was like, "How old were you?" And she was like, she was 16 and he was 19.
Yeah.
The poor bastard, man. Like every single comedian,
Yeah.
at one point was just like, "Yeah, and you know all about that, you fucking nonce or
Yeah,
whatever."
yeah,
The
yeah,
poor
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
fucking.
brutal.
It was just
Brutal.
fucking absolutely fucking brutal.
Because you can't walk out either. Because if you walk out, you kind of
You
like,
just look more guilty.
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
more defensive you
I
get.
don't have to put up with this.
You
Yeah.
can dip out.
Yeah.
You can dip out in an interval, I would say, but you can't
Yeah.
be getting up and leaving.
No.
Or you just say, I'm just taking a piss. I'm
Yeah.
not leaving
I'm
because
not
of the
fleeing
yeah,
I'm not fleeing the country.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say there about?
Yeah, Connor Burns, the McCanns were in the front row.
Oh, with the McCanns, yeah. I don't know if I'd be able to.
Front row as the McCanns is crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Well, they're
Yeah.
kind of asking
Sit
for
in the
it then.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. They're kind in the same way they were asking for your one to get kidnapped, because, like, I mean, get a fucking babysitter. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not that. You know what I
Although a
mean?
babysitter on holiday is hard. No, I don't know how these things work.
I think the place had a babysitter to hire thing.
Oh yeah, well then maybe
They
do
were just
that.
like, "Nah, we don't have the money. We're just both doctors or whatever," and you know what I mean. You know, the doctors don't get paid well, and but yeah, there was some guy who went on some podcast on YouTube, and he claimed that like he was like a psychic, and he read fucking Kate McCann's mind or whatever when he met her, and he's like, "They did it," and I followed them up, and she's buried in some mountain, and fucking this guy who has a podcast. He's like one of these guys who's like, "I was in prison and then I came out and now I've started a podcast."
Yeah.
And he just has absolute fucking lunatics on to just fucking spout absolute fucking bullshit. I mean, if I could get my hands on the guy who said he read Kate McCann's mind, I'd probably fucking probably get him on. Like, tell me your secrets. Alright guys, that was Vittorio Angelone. Hope you enjoyed that episode. To continue listening to this particular episode, head on over to Patreon for €3.50 a month. It'd be a great way to support the podcast. And also most weeks I do a solo episode as well, so you're basically getting 2 extra episodes a week. And there's about 83 old episodes on there as well, for your listening pleasure. As always, I'd appreciate it if you recommend the podcast to people if you're enjoying it. And yeah, that's it. I hope you have a good week. Thanks for listening. I love you. Bye.